Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So as you saw by the title of today's video, I'm going to be testing out a brand new product, well, at least to me. I don't know if it's brand new. It is the Makeup Revolution Fierce as Fire palette. I don't know why I had to say it that way. I love palettes with these kind of colors because they say things to me that are just, oh, so good.
Oh, that's good.
There I go again. Nope. Over dramatic about eyeshadow. The only concern that I have about this palette is there are so many shimmer shades and I don't know how that's gonna work out. Once again, this is a palette I have not swatched it. I have not touched it, other than right now. I've just looked at it and I wanted to play with it so bad. So we're gonna be doing that today. So I just figured once again, just like I did in my last eyeshadow palette review, I'd kind of do the same way, only I'm not going to sit here and swatch all of them in this palette like I did the last one, because this one is not nearly as controversial as the last one. So I don't think you guys, I don't think that's necessary this time. So I'm going to play with as many colors as I can. I am kind of, I'm a little bit confused, I guess, with maybe what the larger shades are. Like, I don't know if they're trying to do some highlighter moments over here. We could swatch those, right? Okay, yeah, I talked myself into it. Do one of the, ooh. Now, if you watched my last video, you definitely saw that I was kind of surprised at the lack of butteriness that I felt in that palette. And just sticking my hand in these shimmer shades thus far, they definitely feel a lot more buttery than the last one. So let's see how this one swatches. So here's one shade, and none of them are named, so I have no idea what they're called. Okay, dang girl. Oh, that shade, that's a good one. That one's not the best I've ever seen. And like this copper shade, I really love a good copper, but the last two are a little lackluster. The first two definitely are promising, the last two not so much. So okay, so I figured I would just do a really quick eye look with this, and like I said, use as many colors as I can, and we will formulate an opinion about this palette whenever I'm done, or as I'm doing it. We can make opinions whenever we want, right? It's a free country. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go wild, honestly. I think that's my plan, is just to go hog wild, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll get a look that looks okay. Okay, so I'm just going to dive in with this Morphe E17 brush. This is an amazing brush. If you do not have it or something similar to it, you are missing out, let me tell you. So I'm just going to grab this shade right here. Alright, here we go. I'm just going to put it up here in my inner corner-y area. Okay. Well, a little lackluster. Not a whole lot going on. Well, that kind of sucks. Can you even see that? Okay, so the next shade that I want to go in with is this orange right here. This one, it's just calling to me. It's screaming my name. I've got to dig in here. Ooh, okay. Look at that. Okay. So the brush that I'm going to be using to apply this one is, it's a Morphe brush. It doesn't have a name. It was part of the Gunmetal collection that I think came out in the holidays last year. It's just like a larger, fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to do kind of the same idea, the same concept. I'm going to put it in my crease and just kind of blow it out, same as I did the last color, but just like here. Okay, that's showing up a little bit better. I do think it's a little bit more vibrant in person. Guys, I really need to figure out these camera settings. I don't know how to camera. And then I'm going to go back in with that original brush in that first color and just kind of bring back some of the color that I lost. I do think it's very pretty, but thus far, I'm not blown away. Like, just keeping it 100, not really blown away. So I'm going to dive in with another color and see what we can do here. So the one that I think I'm vibing with the most is this one right here. It's kind of like a plummy shade. It's there underneath of the orange. And I'm just going to take it on another Morphe Gunmetal brush. And I'm just going to put it on the outer corner out here. With colors that have a ton of fallout, I always start by stamping it on there first, and then I blend. because I'm just somebody who really prefers to do my foundation and all of that jazz first. And I really don't want to screw it up with a bunch of colorful fallout. Different, right? Kind of cranberry vibes, like fall cranberry vibes. Is that what you're getting? Because I am. For what we're working with, not the worst I've ever seen. I just took that, you know, that brush with the orange on it, and I'm just kind of blending everything together. I definitely expected that cranberry shade to be a lot darker than what it is, so that's kind of a letdown with like how much kickback it showed and how little pigment actually came onto my eye. I think the shade that I'm going to highlight my brow bone with, God, none of these are really great brow bone. Like, whenever I start highlighting my brow bone, I prefer to use a matte shade first, and then I'll go over it with a shimmer. It's just kind of how I prefer to do it. There's not really a great matte option in this palette. So I think the best option that I have is this one right here. It's kind of, it's like a very, very light, dusty pink. So I'm going to grab just my regular brush that I do this with. I literally do not highlight my brows with any other brush because they just simply will not do. So this is the Royal & Nickel BX80 brush. I love this brush. I got it in a BoxyCharm years ago and I have used it ever since. Let's see how this goes. Not great. Not great. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. That sucked. So I'm going to go in with this white shimmer, like one of these large highlight shades. I'm going to go in with that on the same brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer up here. Well, oh boy. This is just not getting any better. Ooh, that has like a purple reflect in it. Didn't really expect that. I didn't really notice that whenever I first swatched it. That's kind of, I mean, that's pretty, but not necessarily what I'm feeling for this look. Granted though, like as I'm looking up here in the monitor, my monitor's above me in case you're concerned with why I'm looking up. It's a little patchy-esque. I think the camera is making it look a little patchier than what it really is. In real life, it's not too horrible. But up here in the monitor, it really doesn't look that bad. So I could be a lot worse off, I think. So what to put down on the lid? That is my next conundrum. I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it by picking a lid shade. I don't really have any great options, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the crease. We haven't done that in a minute. I'm going to cut the crease and just put down a color. I don't know what one. I'll figure it out here in a minute. Let me cut the crease in my eye super quick. So whenever I decide to do cut crease looks, I always just use one eyeball at a time, just so that the concealer does not dry before I actually get the color on there. So I think I'm going to learn from my past mistakes, and I'm going to use this pink right here. I think this is kind of my best option. So we'll put some on my brush. This is a crown brush with no name. And I'm going to take a little bit of Fix Plus. And we're going to stamp her on here and see what happens. Not a lot happened. What's happening? Why is nothing happening? Oh. What is happening? Wow. That's horrible. That's horrible. And I don't know what's happening out here. I don't know what this is right here. Well, let me jump off here, finish this other cut crease super quick, and then we'll get back into figuring out how to work this palette. Okay, so I did the other eye super quick, and then I just put a little bit of that white shimmer shade in the inner corner of my eye. So I think the last thing that I want to do as far as the shadows go for this look is take something underneath of my lash line, just to really help with like the blown out smoky eye kind of a thing. And I'm just going to grab a pencil brush here. The one I've grabbed is the Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm going to hop in with this matte shade right here. It's a little bit darker than the shade that we use to highlight our brow bone, so I figured it'd look pretty underneath of the eyeballs. So I'm going to hop in here. Oh, biscuits. That's a lot of fallout. So let me pull my mirror closer because I can't see. And just go right underneath here. I like that. I don't mind that. I think that's the one thing out of this entire look that I'm just like, okay. I think what I'm going to do is maybe skip the liner and just throw on some mascara and lashes really quick. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Hold please. Here we are, guys, the finished look. All I did was throw on some mascara and lashes, and I think it helped. I do think it helped a little bit. Am I in love with this look? No, not at all. Am I in love with this palette? No, not at all. But it is pretty for what it's worth. I don't know the exact price of this palette. This one was given to me, so I did not purchase it myself. I would say for the price point that you pay for the palettes from this particular brand, you kind of do get what you pay for sometimes. Some are very hit or miss. This one is a little bit of a miss for me. I probably won't ever reach for this palette again. This just really isn't my cup of tea. I'm definitely more of a matte kind of a gal, but hey, I ventured out of my comfort zone a little bit today, and I do think that that the look came out okay. So I can't really be that upset about it. So I just paired it with this like mauve-y apricot type lip. I think it matches really well. So all in all, not too bad, honestly. Like, it definitely could have been a lot worse. So do I suggest running out and buying this palette? Not necessarily. If you do enjoy a shimmery look and these are predominantly types of shadows that you prefer to work with, then sure, absolutely. Then you will really enjoy this palette. But like I said, for me, it just didn't really cut it. So I don't necessarily suggest it unless this is the type of stuff that you really do enjoy. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this one. And I want to thank all of my brand new subscribers so much for hanging out with me and just being here. You guys are amazing and special, and I love you all. And I would like to welcome anybody who stumbled across this video. I don't know how you got here, but maybe I am glad you did. Thank you. I'm glad you found your way to my channel. So please be sure to subscribe to my channel before you go and click that notification bell right next to that so you get notified every single time that I upload, because I think you'll want to be here for more of this fun stuff. Thanks again so much for tuning into this one, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.